Close enough.
All right, let's get ready for Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Window World Wednesday here at 93.7 The Ticket. But before we get into Window World, we have a guest in studio today. He's one of my nemesis, one of the guys I practice against every day at practice. He is from the Fullback Academy. He is one of Frank Solich's guys. We have Brian Schuster in the house. What's up, Schuster?
Well, I appreciate you guys having me.
We appreciate you for coming. Hey, we're gonna dive deep in some stuff a little later, but now I got to tell the people he's a fullback. How much you weighed in college? It says 215 on your bio. I think that was your freshman year when you came in, but you're from Fullerton, Nebraska. Two-time national champion, honorable mention, all Big 12 in 96, first team academic, all Big 12 in 96, Big 12 commissioners fall semester honor roll in 96, two-time Big 8 conference academic honor roll in 95 and 96. For your career, you have 88 carries for 564 yards, averages 6.4 yards a carry, started 10 out of 11 games your senior year in 96, rushing for 13 yards on 46 carries. 1995, you played in all games, had 28 carries for 246 yards, 8.8 yards a carry. You walked on 92. We're going to talk about that walk-on part. In high school in Fullerton, Nebraska, you was a Class C2 player.
C2. We were C2 and C1.
C1? Okay, C1. Rushed for over 3,600 yards in high school, 1,831 yards your junior year, 1,520 yards your senior year. Man, welcome to the Ticket, Schuster. Todd Euler's in the house, too.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Fullback you today. That's what I'm going to call it today.
Beautiful.
I've never been between two fullbacks at the same time, so I probably have to call me some backup in a minute. I might probably have to call me a Blackshirt in because we the only one that can handle fullbacks here at the Ticket right here. I might call my boy Jay Foreman to come in and referee this because this is going to be a great show.
Some fullbacks and linebackers. That does sound some fun.
Yeah.
We do some
ISO drill. Yeah. Schuster kind of introduced me to ISO drill. Me and Schuster had some battles. I think Schuster really taught me how to really go head up against a fullback because, practicing against guys, it makes us better. But I think I could give Schuster more credit than anybody for making me better, making me learn. Because Schuster, the type of fullback, he comes to hunt you. Yeah. He won't sit and wait for you. He will come find you, and he have that neck roll on, looking like Tom Rathman, coming around that corner looking for you. But how you been, man?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
Husker football, man.
Yeah. I think we're going to talk about all that.
Yeah. When we talk about, Nebraska and no fullback now in college football for most teams, do you miss the fullback part of Nebraska football when we talk about it?
Yeah, I don't really understand why we've gone away. I know that the school of thought is that tight ends maybe are a little more versatile, can do a few more things. I think if you've got the right fullback with the right speed, you see it in the NFL, there's just not very many of them. And once teams in high school kind of quit doing that, and then teams in college quit, there's not going to be as many NFL type fullbacks. But certainly Kyle Juszczyk with the 49ers over the last several years has done really well. I'm confident that some guys that I played with and that I, myself in today's world could still play pretty well. But the offenses are just different. So
just different. More a lot of RPO type of stuff that we probably didn't do when we was in college. coming out of high school, what made you pick Nebraska? What other choices did you have besides walking on to Nebraska? What other schools that recruited you that really made you want to come here and walk on instead of going somewhere else?
So when I was probably about 12, 13, my uncle Tom Godowski, he went to Fullerton also. He played for Coach Osborne from, I think, 78 to 82. So I was very fortunate as a young kid to go to most all of his games, and he played and really fell in love with the program as a kid. And then my cousin is Jerry Godowski, who was a quarterback in the late 80s. And so for me, Nebraska was the only place I really ever wanted to go. I went to Iowa's football camp before my senior year, and I probably could have went there. My dad really wanted me to go to Ole Miss. I just wasn't really interested. Those people reached out to me. After camp, Iowa tried to talk to me, and it just wasn't what I really wanted. And in those days, Coach Osborne, I think, wanted to give me a scholarship, and we talked a lot about that happening. It just at the end, was one of those things where, they said, we don't have one to give you. We still want you, but maybe that was the intention all along. I'm not sure. But I was committed in my heart, and that's all that really mattered.
Okay. Who recruited you? Was it Solich? Who was your main recruiter out of high school?
Dan Young.
Yeah, Dan was really involved.
How you doing, Brian?
I love that guy. I miss him.
Oh, I miss him too. Yeah.
I think it was a team effort. So, I remember a couple times sitting in physics class and the teacher's head would turn and, Coach Osborne would be walking up, going into the high school. I got quite a few calls from Frank, and, certainly Dan Young was instrumental. And so, I really liked all of them, good relationship with all of them. Dave Gillespie was the recruiting coordinator at the time. I really don't like Dave all that well.
Tell us how you really feel. No.
Well, Dave's one of these guys that said that, we don't really want Brian. We don't think he's ever going to be good enough to play here. And, probably gave me a chance because my uncle and cousin played here. But Dave, I know, was against me coming here.
Now, you played in a room full of future, probably good fullbacks. The last of the Mohicans, I call them, when you say you played with Brian Schuster, not Brian Schuster, but Corey Schlesinger. Then you had Jeff McAvicker, Joe McAvicker. You had Jew. Then you had a guy, I think probably your senior year came in, Dan Alexander, who was a young one. Willie Miller, I think he came after you.
No, Willie was there.
So Willie was here. So, you went from the young guy to a walk-on to a scholarship fullback by the time your senior year, is correct?
Yeah. So my first year in 92, Lance Lewis was the fullback. And Lance was a beast.
Dude.
Also.
Ryan Carpenter.
Yeah.
Was here, right?
So, gosh, there was a run of maybe 5 or 6 guys that all at least made it to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced that Jeff McAvicker probably would have had a long NFL career. I know I would have had a long NFL career, and even Joel to a certain extent. We were all pretty beat up.
Mm-hmm.
I failed my physical at Carolina with a bad neck, and my NFL career ended really before it started. But Corey had a long career. All of our guys were really good, really athletic, could catch, block, and I think would have done really well. But as we beat each other up every day.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah. People say, man, what was it like to play for Coach Osborne? And I wouldn't trade it for anything,
Mm-mm.
and I wouldn't take anything back. But what I tell them is, Coach Osborne wanted to get the most out of you he could get in a 5-year period.
Mhm.
That's what he cared about. He's going to get it all out of you, and he did. He got more out of me than I ever thought I was capable of.
Mhm.
And but sometimes, then you try to go on to the next level, you don't have a lot left.
Mhm.
Now, did you and Euler play against each other? And was there any Battle Creek versus Fullerton here?
Man, he's lucky he didn't.
Did you play defense?
You had to.
It depends who you ask. I was out there.
Right.
know.
Same with me. I was out there.
I mean, if you came my way, I was going to hit you. I wasn't going to let you go. You weren't going to run away with the play. Defense wasn't really. I don't know. I just wasn't really my.
You
thing.
gave more on offense than you did on defense.
Did anybody recruit you to play defense?
No.
I got recruited to Wayne State at safety.
Really?
They came in and said, "Hey, we want you to play safety." I said, "You watch any of our film?"
Yeah.
Like I stand there on defense. Like I'm too gassed from running the freaking football every play to play defense, but I had to be out there.
Yeah.
That's how we did it. Right.
It's not that I didn't want to.
Right.
I was tired.
Exactly.
Now, one deep question. We talk about the landscape of college football, how we've gone from trying to get 105-man roster now into cutting out the walk-on
Mm-hmm.
aspect of football. How do you feel about that part when they take out a tradition that's probably been helping Nebraska in the last 30, 40, 50 years of college football?
I think it's stupid.
Mhm.
I think it's dumb.
I agree 100%.
If you got a kid that's going to go to school here and pay his own way, what the hell's wrong with that? I mean, why can't you let him play?
Yeah.
What's he really taking? There's arguments as the kid gets better, and should he be put on scholarship or not? And now with NIL, are we going to pay him or not? But if a guy is willing to pay his own way and isn't asking for any handouts, I don't know why it matters.
Mhm.
A helmet, a pair of shoulder pads, they're not that expensive. And I just think it makes your team better.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. I don't think Nebraska is Nebraska of the 80s and 90s without the walk-on program.
No, we're not
Even close. If we had 105 roster limit, absolutely a meat grinder. It was
I
kill or
was,
be killed.
I'm not kidding when I say this. I was nauseous for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't sleep until Wednesday practice was over for the week.
No, absolutely, 100%.
As soon as the game was over Saturday, I started dreading the week.
Mm-hmm.
And really the uneasiness and how competitive and how tough it was. But you came every day and you rose to the occasion and you did all those things. And there's none of that now. I don't know.
I think
they dread every day because
they
got all this money. They could go be doing something else.
Well, I think people don't know how we dreaded on Wednesday. Wednesday was probably our worst day. I mean, that was worse than a game day. And people don't understand that, because when you got an offense that is powerful like ours and you got a defense that powerful like ours and we collide against each other, that's more than just fights. That's like Conan the Barbarian against Hercules or something like that. And people don't know that, like, this was live ball. This wasn't no two-hand tag.
No.
This was 14.
Thud.
This wasn't
No
thud.
thud.
This wasn't thud. This was 14 straight plays of you start off at goal line, and then you end up in that 10 play, 11 play period, and that was rough. People don't understand the fights we got into, what made us a better team. People don't know the injuries that we was, getting shot up before the game because you hurt your back on a Wednesday trying to go against the number one offense. Guys miss games because you get beat up during the week, and we didn't miss games, not too many people, but people don't understand how much we gave to Nebraska and how much we received at the same time. Like right now, Nebraska's Nebraska to me. This is my school, but I lost a little love a little bit, but I try to hope they can gain it back. But we'll talk about that part of it later on. But when we talk about Wednesday practice, man, that was the most dreaded part of Wednesday. Like, man,
I'd never heard it put that way before, but it was. I mean, if you made it through Wednesday, you were like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, we got hyped for it because that's
but
we was ready for it.
You had to survive it.
You had to survive. Like you literally would get sick on Sunday night.
Well, it was worse.
Knowing you had to go through it.
Well, in so many ways, it was worse in the game because the people you were playing against were better.
Better, right?
But one of the things that I felt made it challenging is that it was sort of situational. It wasn't like a real game. Like the plays were scripted,
Mhm.
the defenses were scripted. I know coaches would tell Terrell, "It's coming at you." I just felt like there were times where the defense would know the play, and
No, they didn't tell us anything. We ran our defense against y'all. I mean, we ran 11 robber. We didn't blitz. But we ran more 11 robbers, so it was more, y'all. Come on, guys, you're a running team. I mean, we know 9 times out of 10 you're gonna run the ball, and they like you gonna fool us with a bootleg pass. Okay, you probably fool us once with that, but 9 times out of 10 y'all running power plays and options 15 times in a row.
Yep.
So it wasn't that we was told. It was just we knew y'all better than y'all knew us, and we knew y'all. So it was a team effort. It was great. I've thought about them Wednesdays for 30 years, and I'm glad they're finally out of my dreams. And because my body feels great now. Being 50 years old and just get to watch Husker football. I know it's not the same. I know we get angry as players because we also want Nebraska to win, but at the same time, the university got to do a better job in a lot of things for more than just football wise. I think when we talk about Nebraska football. So,
well, the fact that we're not better to me is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Our facilities are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Right.
I can't imagine what we would have been like with that. We all sacrificed so that the kids today could have those facilities. And a guy like Tommy, he didn't get paid a nickel. It makes me sick to my stomach that Tommy Frazier has to work a day in his life.
Yeah.
He should not. He should, he built that stadium.
Yeah.
And, we all did. And there's so many tools in there. We should never miss an assignment. When you've got that video board with the field and you know what they're going to do, how do you blow a coverage? How do you miss a blitz pickup? I don't understand it. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that when we come back here. We're going to talk about Frank Solich when we come back. We're going to talk about NIL when we come back. We're going to talk about everything here at Bock and the Blackshirt on Window World Wednesday with 2-time national champion Brian Schuster and 2-time national champion Todd Euler's in the house. Bock and the Blackshirt will be right back.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Bonsall Pool and Spa's annual Spooktacular sale is here. Now through November 1st, get an extra $1,000 off hot tubs at an already low sale price and get $500 off the already low sale prices on infrared and traditional saunas. All hot tub water care products and accessories are also for sale for the Spooktacular sale, now through November 1st at Bonsall Pool and Spa at 33rd and Highway 2. Call for more info at 402-488-0148 or visit bonsallpool.com.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show Sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance. You're listening to Bock in the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock in the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We have in studio today Brian Schuster of the two-time national champion here with Window World Wednesday guest Todd Euler, two-time national champion also.
A lot of national championships.
Yeah, I'm a one-time national champion, and I'll take that. So, just to be a champion, it's great.
Hey, we're happy to let you tag along that year.
Say that again.
I said we're happy to let you tag along that year.
Oh, okay. Bob, get your cash blitz.
All right, yeah, it is time for the Cash Blitz keyword here. It's time for the IBA $1,000 cash contest keyword. Text it in the word I give in to you to 508-777-1000 or head to our website, theticketfm.com, and click on Cash Blitz to enter. I'll give you a second to pull out your phone and or open the site. All right, today's word on Bock in the Blackshirt is dime. That's D-I-M-E. Text that into 508-777-1000. Dime, D-I-M-E, to 508-777-1000. Remember, every keyword you enter is another chance to win. One lucky listener will take home $1,000 tomorrow around noon. Don't wait. Get that keyword in now. We'll have keywords throughout the week, throughout the day here, still on 93.7 The Ticket, but throughout the week on Bock in the Blackshirt.
You mean put it in a sentence for you? Terrell can stop on a dime better than anybody. All right. Schuster, we got somebody on text line saying, who in practice got on your nerves the most or was your toughest challenge in a year?
Oh, gosh. That's tough. You were right up there. There was a guy when I was a freshman, Darren Williams.
Ooh, Big D.
He was probably 6'2", 260.
Yeah.
He was never really a starter, but he was mean. Man, he was tough. And I was at the inside run station, and so we had a lot of battles. And
Inside run.
I was probably known. Well, you guys know more, but I've heard that apparently I was a dirty player, allegedly. And him and I, you had to. It was kill or be killed. I mean, shoot. I would. You said you want to prove yourself. Hell, yeah. I was trying to stay alive.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't sure my first year I was going to make it.
The first year definitely was survival mode.
Yeah.
Right. After that, you were like, okay, I survived.
Now,
how do I get better?
Yeah. Exactly what happened to me.
I seen Darren Williams walking down the street about 2 weeks ago. He was taking a walk. I looked, I said, man, that's a big old bear right there. And the closer I got, I said, that's Big D. Still big, still huge. Never got a chance to play with him. Did he leave in 94? 94 was his last year?
Yeah. He might have been only there like 92, 93, maybe. He was just
he was there in 93. Yeah.
And what about Ed Stewart?
Ed's good, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Ed.
To me, blocking Ed was a lot like blocking you.
Squirrely.
Yeah, you
squirrely,
quicker, maybe not quite as big as some of the other guys, and
hard to square up.
Yeah.
Which that was their survival mode, was not get squared up by a fullback.
Yeah, so Ed was sort of, him and Troy Dumas were kind of the first of the hybrid guys, and you came in and took it to another level.
What about Jay Foreman?
Jay he played about 2 years with me, probably.
Yeah, he came in 94.
You knew when Jay got there he was going to be a good player. Yeah. And I think my senior year in 96, he was a starter, I think.
He started at 95. He started at Sam 95. He moved to middle with John Hess in 96.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So that was Jay, and then he started his last 2 years at middle linebacker. I'm going to name some guys, and I'm going to see how y'all feel about them. Phil Levis.
I just saw Phil a couple weeks ago. I
Yeah.
like Phil.
Yeah, I like
He was tough to block. He was taller.
Mhm.
He had a hard head.
Yeah.
Really did.
Really
have a
hard head. John Hess had a really hard
yes,
head.
so John did too.
You're not saying they're hard headed. They literally had a
No,
hard
literally,
head.
they hit you with that
Right.
head, and you
And
thought
you-
you got hit by a sledgehammer.
Yes.
It felt like you got hit by a sledgehammer. I'm not kidding.
Aaron Penland.
Aaron Penland.
I really like Aaron, but boy, he was an annoying guy at blocking. He was just awkward.
Yeah, awkward. Yeah.
Really good guy, but awkward.
Great guy.
Fun to watch on kickoffs, and everybody has a role. He excelled at his role, and he was fun to play with. And I follow, him and his brother Matt as much as I can. But he was. If I knew I had to block him, I was like,
Doug Coleman.
Doug probably was my favorite guy to block because I knew where Doug was going to be. Doug was going to come right to you. You knew what you were in for. And, he was a good player too. I mean, all those guys, they make you better because they're all different. So you have to be able to adjust and you just never know who you're going to play against. And we have literally a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about inside run, explain inside run drill. Explain it to the people who don't understand what y'all guys go through when you're in the inside drill.
Well, I'll digress for 1 second back to our walk-on.
Yeah.
The thing that having the walk-ons allowed us to do is have 4 team stations at the same time, which means you have basically maybe 16 or 17 offensive guys and 16 or 17 defensive guys, your starters or your top unit, and some close backups on offense and defense going at 4 different places. And that allowed everybody, whether you were, Tommy Frazier or the lowest walk-on, to get the same number of reps in practice every day for 5 years. And so inside run was it was the drill where every play was an inside run. It was a fullback dive or a trap.
It's an I-back / fullback,
maybe a toss.
Scout team run station.
Yeah, it was as physical as it gets.
I tell everybody, you have no right to question what a running back. Like, I get this at football parties, and if I was him, I would have done this. I'm like, no, you wouldn't have. You would have died. Like, if you can't go through run station at Nebraska for one practice, you don't get to talk about what you would have done if it was you out there. Because
it was
that changed. Like, I thought I was pretty good when I got here. Like, I mean, I'd won some pretty cool awards, and I thought I was pretty good till I got to run station. I found out I wasn't very good.
Yeah, it'll humble you quick.
Thanks, Coach, for never putting me at run station because I didn't ever go to run station.
I don't know.
I think they sent me to pass the station.
Much worse for offense than it was for defense.
Well, you were more of a gamer.
Yeah, I saved mine for best for last.
Like you really, when you got there, I didn't realize how good you were. You were Allen Iverson before Iverson. You played and showed up more in games, and that's what a gamer does. I mean, you're the best at that. Being in the right place, the right time, making the play.
And I would say this year I've been watching a lot of practices, and I've been saying, Kai Nelson has looked phenomenal in practice.
Yeah. When he gets in the game,
he ain't looking so good. Like, he's the opposite of what Terrell was.
Yeah, there are those guys.
He literally. I'm like, man, this guy is just gonna set stuff on fire when he gets an opportunity, and he hasn't. And I'm just like, how is that possible? Like, I've seen him in practice, and to get my attention in practice, it takes. It's not like he really has practiced really, really well. And then you see him in a game and you're like, what is wrong with him? Like, why is he running? Why is he tiptoeing into the hole? Why is, like, what's going on? And I think Terrell's the opposite of that. And I got hurt
I was
early
a
on
great
in
practice
95.
player. What are
So
you talking? I'm a great practice player.
I don't know. It sounds like
I'm just saying you're a better gamer.
Yeah, I'm a better gamer than
didn't
practice
go
because I had to, I had to run for my offensive line first of all. Like when I first got there, because when I lined up, I played scout team when I first got there, so I used to line up on the end and try to just run straight in. So then they start trying to back block me and trying to, and me and Aaron Graham, we have this talk all the time, like I was just running around like a little rat out there. So, but all right, fellas, let's talk about Frank Solich, man. Frank Solich, you guys played for him all your years you were here. What kind of coach is Frank Solich?
Tough. He was a tough coach, really good. A lot of the lessons I've learned in life came from Frank.
I think he was fair. Like,
very fair.
I mean, he had a lot of walk-ons in there.
Yeah, I never felt like I was treated any different than anybody else.
Right, and I don't think that can be said about a lot of
stuff
that going
current
on.
Coaching situation at running back is not that way.
Right.
And Frank
he'd listen to you.
Yeah.
He would coach you up. He would tell you what you needed to do, and he'd tell you what you needed to hear.
Yeah, he had really high expectations. It was almost never good enough.
Right.
And I was known, I always, and I'm that way today. Somebody tells me I did something wrong. I'm like, well, this is why I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you, he said, well, you didn't square up on this guy. I'm like, yeah, but look where he came from. I know on paper it's supposed to be a certain way, but that's not the way the play developed. And so that's why I didn't square him up. I kicked him out. And he didn't care that the running back went for 10 yards. He just cared you didn't square him up.
His playbook, I mean, every step, like, was mapped out. And if you messed up one of those, that, like, you started with the left foot instead of the right, like, you were deducted in our scoring system.
Yeah. I was really good at being graded out.
Yeah, I did well. Like, that's how I moved up on the depth chart as a walk-on, right? Like,
I mean, I graded out better than some guys that started above me. I'm certainly wasn't better than Corey, but there were lots of, for the spring or for the fall camp, but my overall grade was higher.
Right.
I certainly wouldn't have played me over Corey.
Right. Well, I wouldn't have,
but I
probably graded out better than Lawrence did, but I would never.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, I had Frank. I knew what Frank wanted and expected, and I was good at doing that.
But how important was it? I mean, I know you guys said he didn't treat anybody differently, but how important was it to do that, to be that guy as at walk-on in that situation?
I don't think any of us appreciated it at the time because we didn't know any different.
Mm-hmm.
If I had seen the way the landscape has been the last 15 or 20 years around here and then walked into that type of situation, it would have been a breath of fresh air. That's just how it was. I didn't know any different. And that's why all those guys are some of the most important men in my lives.
Yeah, and I think you walked in with that expectation from recruiting that we're going to give you a fair shot to play.
Yeah.
And they did. And, you either stepped up and graded out well. And like I said, I probably did grade higher than Lawrence in spring ball. But I knew, and everybody knew on the team, I was not better than Lawrence, right? But that allowed me to go from 8th string I back to 4th string I back, right?
Yeah.
I did get ahead of the people that I should be ahead of. And like I said, like, we were given that opportunity, and, he pointed it out in every single, like, fix it, if you don't fix it, you're going to get replaced.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm not seeing right now with this staff. I was like, we're not fixing stuff. You're making the same mistakes we made in game one. Right. Like,
yeah, for
so,
sure. just one thing else about Frank. The thing, and it could be Coach Osborne, but Frank was the one that maybe was the one that said it to me. I mean, they saw something in me before I saw it in me. I was in, like I said, survival mode, and then prove them wrong mode. And they saw that I could play before I even knew that I could play. And they put me in position and called me in and said, this is where we want you to go and what we expect and what we think you can do. And I went from 12th string and not sure if I was ever going to make it to now I'm 3rd string. And we expect you to keep it and hold it, and you're going to be and you got to earn it, but this is where we want you to be. Mm-hmm. And fortunately for me, I was able to do that. My spring of 90.
Those spring scrimmages on Saturdays. And we'd always go to Burger King, get our chicken sandwiches before those spring.
Probably not a great idea. We didn't know it then.
That's protein, right?
I missed those when I left. I'm like, man, I don't have Schuster to eat my chicken sandwiches with anymore. I still eat them.
All right, when we come back, we're gonna answer some of these questions. Remember this one right here, Schuster. Gus Mohawk says, I always hear VJ speak highly of Schuster Booster. Any good VJ stories? There's too many good VJ stories.
VJ.
All right, we'll be right back on Bock and the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Window World Wednesday. Brian Schuster's in the house, 2-time national champion. Todd Euler's here also. 93.7. We'll be right back.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Are you afraid of the dark? Add a little light to your bite with a Raising Cane's glow-in-the-dark Halloween cup and enjoy a beverage while supplies last. Happy Halloween from Raising Cane's. One love.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Koppel Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Koppel is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Koppel Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at koppelcars.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com. When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket here at Bock and the Blackshirt on Window World Wednesday. We have two-time national champion Brian Schuster in the house, and also two-time national champion Window World executive Todd Euler's in the house. Guys, you got any good stories of VJ? VJ, did all y'all play in the All-Star game together in high school?
I did. I played with VJ against him in the All-Star game. Schuster was a year older than us.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the Schuster booster? What's that nickname come
I
from?
don't know how he came up with that, but he's using it now for long enough that it's actually starting to stick. You know, I'll see people and they'll say
Schuster booster.
And I told Rashawn this a couple of weeks ago at that reunion game. You know, every one of his posts that he has me on it is getting all his views.
Yeah.
You know, he does posts on himself, getting like 400 views.
10 views.
He does something on me, he's getting 13,000, 15,000. I said to him, shoot, if I had more highlights, you'd be more popular.
He'll get more likes posting somebody like us than really posting himself. He posted something of me blocking the punt, 400 likes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he posts something of him, 10 likes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
VJ's I love
That-
VJ.
That's pretty much the way it works on social media.
Yeah, when I first came in, VJ was one of the guys I was like, who is this guy? Like, who is this guy with these goggles on that?
And always had a video camera in his hand.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
He was always
Do you
videoing
remember when VJ was at running back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was.
You
in
know,
our
I
drill.
was, this was in my survival mode. I just made it through the first year and I felt pretty good. And I was like, okay, I think I can play here now.
Mhm.
I know what I got to do. And then they brought in Tim Carpenter and Rashawn
Behind
as
you.
2 scholarship.
Yeah, 2
fullbacks.
scholarship fullbacks right
And-
behind you.
And, I wouldn't say that they moved those guys ahead of me, but there was a pecking order if you were on scholarship or you were a walk-on. And so, Rashawn and I had a pretty healthy competition, and Tim too. And eventually I was good enough that Rashawn decided it was in his best interest to move tight end.
And
Tim Carpenter
Tim
too.
too.
Yeah. So
And Tim too. Yeah.
any questions, Bob?
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great stuff. I did want to know, Brian, what's kind of your most memorable play there? I did want to specifically ask you about the 2-point conversion against Washington State because I didn't. I was young back then, so I don't remember. I just kind of want to learn about that, how that came to play.
The 2-point conversion or my most memorable play?
Yeah. Well, I better be specific. How about the 2-point conversion? We'll start off with.
Well, most people probably don't know this, but I had the best hands on the team. I mean, there's no question I had the best hands on the team. And so Coach Osborne put that in, and Chris Brown, I think it was, threw a horrible pass. And I think I made a diving catch.
Yeah.
And to back up my good hands theory, against Kansas State in '96, the only time I'll bet you in Nebraska football history, we ran a fullback deep ball. We ran a fake ISO where I went at the linebacker, where it was Semino, and I was supposed to juke him and go deep. And I talked Coach. I had been on Coach Solich and Coach Osborne all year about throwing me the ball more. I wanted more. At that time, the Bill Walsh offense, I wanted those pass plays. I wanted some of those things. And I was drawing things up and I'm, off some things we had. And so they put in this deep ball to me. And sure enough, I would have been wide open. And as I went past the linebacker, he realized I was going deep and he grabbed me and pulled me down.
Yeah.
We got a holding call, but I don't think that they ever called it before. They threw more screens to me than I think we've ever thrown to anybody.
See, and if we would have had NIL back then, you would have been an all-state guy in good hands.
But, yeah,
So.
if we had NIL after the '94 championship,
Right.
'95 national championship, me coming in as a starter, I would have had some NIL value. Like Notre Dame, because I played for Lou Holtz in the Hula Bowl. He told me, he said, man, if we would have had you, he said, we followed you the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I talked to him subsequently. He's a great public speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen him a couple of times throughout the years, and he remembers me playing for him, and we talked, and he always said, man, if you came to Notre Dame, you'd have really been something. We had all kinds of stuff in store for you, but we would have had some good NIL transfer value.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't have to work so hard today.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I thought we could get some back pay, but they cut us 20 years short.
Yeah, I've been to law school and pretend to be a lawyer some days, and I understand why you have to draw a line somewhere. But I think they went back 10 years, and I'm not sure that if you were in the 11th year, it's fair, and
Right.
certainly not fair if you were in the 20th or 25th.
Well,
Everybody built it.
We built it. Yeah. I mean, but really at Nebraska, if you think about it, the 70s, 2 national championships, what Osborne did when he took over, we haven't done really anything since. So you really can say that like we're still built on the back of the 80s and 90s teams, in my opinion. And so
I say just give all the money to whoever's alive to get it. Go back to whoever's alive and play college football can get the money. I just don't. I hate to
does Dylan deserve more money than Tommy Frazier?
No.
Not even he'll never earn the money Tommy earned for this place.
Right.
And yet Dylan will never have to work again.
Right.
Oh yeah. Especially when you leave Nebraska.
Yeah. And he hasn't done anything.
No conference championship, no national championship.
That's Dylan. Jeff Sims got paid more than Tommy
Frazier. It's the system we're in. They're benefiting from it, and good for them.
Good for them.
I feel like we should have got paid. I think they should get paid.
I
don't think, to the point, I don't like that they cut it off after 10 years and the rest of the, people that did it, that, live with the injuries and all the things that we live with. We got nothing.
They could at least offer healthcare.
Yeah. Concussion protocol. Let's I'll be in it. Yeah. I see 2 people every night when I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Me and myself. So, it's just college football, man. The way they just eliminated the older guys and made it more better for the younger guys now, because these guys don't be hungry like we was hungry. No. We was poor.
You're poor and hungry.
Nobody knew about the Roman noodles and the sardines we ate, and no food on Sundays, and the $18 we used to get on game day after game day.
The little envelope.
Yeah, here's your little $18. Thank you. We'll make sure.
I felt really good when I got that envelope.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was life changing.
It was.
It was. I was like, who's going in?
I had a baby at home. And we were broke.
Yeah.
You go to the bowl game, you get that envelope out.
Right.
That bowl game money was good. Yeah, I was in the wrong place spending mine.
I was right back with Terrell.
93.7 The Ticket. Bock and the Black Shirt. Be right back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies and it will be windy. Afternoon high around 53. Tonight, mainly clear skies with light wind. A low around 33. And tomorrow, widespread frost in the morning. Otherwise, mainly sunny with a light breeze. A high near 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleck from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you afraid of the dark? Add a little light to your bite with a Raising Cane's glow-in-the-dark Halloween cup and enjoy a beverage while supplies last. Happy Halloween from Raising Cane's. One love.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Dio Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Dio Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diotech online at diotech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Schwizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We got Brian Schuster and Todd Euler in the house. First time I ever been sandwiched by two fullbacks at the same time here at 93.7 The Ticket. All right, guys, you both had sons that walked on. What do you tell your sons? I mean, what do you tell them before they come to camp, and how do you talk to them?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Go work hard, you know.
I think I prepared Matthew for what I thought was going to happen, you know, how tough it would be, the challenges he would face. And, you know, I hope he felt like he was ready when he got there. You know, certainly things didn't kind of go his way after he did, and to a certain extent leading up to that. But I think he was ready. I felt pretty good about the decision. I think it was the right decision for him to make at the time. And then he could have for sure played here. he'd be playing right now. He's, you know,
Mhm.
If he had stayed healthy physically, he's as good or better than anybody we got now.
Well, and for me, Trent was lucky. He had offers in track. He had offers in baseball. Like he could, you know, we talked about that kind of off air that, you know, Matthew didn't, you know, struggle with some of those other things. You know, Trent could have went and thrown the shot put for Notre Dame, right? Like, and so I tried to prepare him as best I could. And I don't know if you had this similar with Matthew, but once he got here, he, you know, after the first couple of weeks, he's like, "You weren't kidding." And I'm like, "No, I wasn't kidding. Like, it's hard. It is a full-time job,
and it's significantly less hard than it was
for us."
Yeah,
right.
But
and I'm like, "You don't even have it that bad."
Yeah,
like
for sure.
You know, so I don't. You know, that was the biggest thing when we were talking what he was going to do. I said, "Track sounds a lot of fun, Trent. You wake up, you eat, you go to class, you lift, you eat some more, you throw the shot a couple times, you eat some more, you do your homework, and you go to bed." I said, that sounds like a dream college experience to me. So I was really pushing track. And it came down to, he said, "Well, 90,000 people aren't going to come watch me throw the shot put." And I said, "The chances of you playing at Nebraska are like pretty slim. Like you're going to have to go through a lot to get there as a walk-on."
Yep.
I'm not saying you can't do it. And I still think I still think he has an opportunity to potentially play here. If he can stay healthy. Obviously hasn't started out on the right path.
Well, there are certainly lots of really great players over the years that we don't know about that just couldn't stay healthy.
You couldn't stay healthy. I would, you know, where would have I been in 96 and 97 on those teams, right? I got hurt in 95, and I had a kid, and Dr. Claire said, "Hey, if you ever want to play catch with your kid again, you probably shouldn't play anymore."
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to go to work, you know.
I was fortunate injury-wise to a certain extent, at least in college. I never hurt a knee. I didn't hurt any shoulders until halfway through my senior year. I just struggled with my neck. You know, we talked about what you give to the program. In 96, my senior year, I had over 40 cortisone shots that fall. I would get them. I would get stingers so bad that they would just numb my neck before the game. I would come in on Sunday mornings and I would get cortisone to try to heal it throughout the week in both my shoulder and in my neck. And then I'd try to get through practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And Wednesday night, see the doctor, I'd have more shots. And then on Saturday, they numb me up.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
That's what it took to play.
Right.
Now, listening to you when we talked about Scott Frost and their regime here, you said that walk-on wasn't allowed in the meetings?
No. They treated the walk-ons worse than second-class citizens. Coach Held, I don't know how he got the job at Kearney. He's the worst coach I've ever met in my life. He wouldn't even let my son attend a meeting.
That's nuts.
And Coach Brown too. Now, I don't have a lot of great things to say about Coach Brown either. Coach Brown has been the constant through 25, 30 years. And I think he means well. He was involved in some of that too. And, keeping walk-ons out of meetings and they just really, Scott's staff, they weren't good to him. They were a nuisance to them. They didn't really want him. And, they said all the right things to get you there. And then as soon as you got there, they had him on a different workout program, like we don't really care kind of workout program. The good kids are over here. You guys go over there and just, here's a ball, play.
When you talk about, I understand that part, but do you blame that on Ryan Hill or Coach Brown, or do you go to the top of the mountain and say, hey, this is what Scott Frost did? I mean, Coach Brown's a very respectful guy. I think he's more of a I got to listen to who's the head coach instead of do it his
He's
way.
not a head coach.
No,
Yeah.
it's 100% Scott.
Yeah.
You know, the boss sets the trajectory.
And I would say with Trent's experience right now with Coach Rule, it's not that like he's been included in everything. And, you know, once again, there is a pecking order.
Yeah.
And just in the locker room alone, like, you know, which kids are walk-ons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we experienced it.
Yeah. You know, you need a pair of gloves. Well, you're a walk-on. You
Yeah.
feel it.
Right. So,
You know,
I mean,
my socks have holes in them.
I used to sell my shoes for beer money on the weekends. And then, you know, the equipment managers are like, hey, and I'd say, hey, somebody stole my shoes, right? And get a new pair. Well, they say, hey, this is your last pair.
Yeah.
So I started taking Lawrence's shoes, and I'd actually get $80 for his shoes. I'd only get $30 for mine. But because I had the
They
number
would keep
one
giving
on it.
him shoes.
They keep giving him shoes, right? Like, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to keep taking, and I didn't do it.
It's a nice little scheme you got going.
I'm not I ain't gonna lie. Like that's what we did to survive as a walk-on.
Yeah, I had like 10 pair of shoes, you know, different pair, high top, low tops,
right?
Old pair, new pair, half worn pair. I get gloves every other day, you know, especially when we went.
I got one pair of gloves.
Especially when we went with Adidas, it was more easier for us with Adidas because y'all guys was with what Apex in '95, '4.
We had a little bit of everything.
Cons,
We had Newman gloves.
'95, we went to Adidas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had everything. Converse shoes.
Converse
Apex,
shoes,
we had,
Apex. Newman was their gloves, weren't they?
Yeah.
Newman.
I mean, we had everything. You know, I don't have anything good to say about Scott Frost. I do not like Scott. I've known Scott since I was in 9th or 10th grade.
Did you guys play against him ever?
No.
No.
With track and stuff like
Track,
that.
right.
He and I would have considered him a friend when Matthew went there. The way that they treated Matthew, he is not a friend. He's not welcome anywhere near me.
And I would say at least I got to hit him in high school a lot. It was
Well, I got to beat him up his what junior year.
When he
his
transferred.
transfer, we kicked his butt every day.
Good.
Every day. Now you Schuster. Matthew goes, Matt Rule comes.
Yeah.
How did that situation boil down?
You know, it's interesting. Coach Rule, I think, had been here maybe like 2 weeks. And Matthew said to me, I probably shouldn't say this on there. He said, man, it's the same shit. They say the same thing verbatim. If you close your eyes, it sounds like Frost talking. And that's really just coach speak. You know, all coaches sort of say the same thing. And they, you know, said and did a lot of things. The thing, you know, the hard part for Matthew, and I've sort of alluded to this, and we talked about it off air, is he was injured a lot. He was really good, but he could not stay healthy. He had bad knees, bad shoulders. He had migraines. He lost some vision. He had terrible asthma, and he just couldn't quite get over the hump. And when Coach Rule came in, they did not treat him very well. EJ, the running back coach, treated him very poorly. And he didn't treat Matthew any worse than he treated some of the other walk-ons. He treated them all bad. But, you know, Coach Rule, I think, came in with a similar mindset that Dion went to Colorado. He just didn't, you know, put it on social media. You know, he tried to turn over the roster. I think they looked at Matthew as you know, he's the weak part of the flock. You know, he's hurt. He can't do this. And they did their best to run him off and didn't treat him very well. And, you know, I certainly wasn't overly happy about how it all went down. But ultimately, Matthew had to retire. Doctor called me and said, you know, he's losing vision. It's not worth it. And so, yeah, he only experienced one spring with Coach Rule.
How's Matthew now? How is he doing now?
He's doing fine. He works for Transwood. Same company I work for. It's a great trucking company. Matthew, he's one of these kids that, this new generation, he had a history major with a German minor. And I said to him about 3-4 years ago, I said, well, what are you going to do when you graduate? And he's like, something will come up. And so he called me maybe a year ago now and just said, I want to come work for Transwood. So he's in the logistics business, learning it, starting at the bottom and doing a great job. And he works in Louisville at our terminal there. And
144th Street exit.
Yep.
I drive there every Wednesday. I go clean a building, AA Auto.
Okay.
I go out there twice a week, and today is my day to drive out that way at 5 o'clock. All right, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, Schuster, we want to know the talk that you and Matt Rule had when we come back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Schwizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off. Mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Bock and the Blackshirt here, Window World Wednesday. Brian Schuster in here with two-time national champion Todd Euler also. Sometimes I get that CTE, it catches up with me, and it kind of.
A lot of Eulers too, right?
Yeah,
a lot of Eulers.
Is it a lot of Schusters?
No, there's not.
Not many Schusters.
We didn't play football against each other in high school, but we did one track meet against each other, if I remember right. District track your senior year.
You beat me on both.
Shot put?
No, we ran the hurdles.
I still don't know how you beat me. Well, I was bigger than you at that
You
point.
were bigger than you were way bigger than me at that point.
So my junior year, I was better at track because I got down to like 170.
Yeah, so I played football my junior year at 190, and I cut to 160 for wrestling, which helped me with track.
Yeah.
Because
when I
were a lot bigger.
Yeah,
than
when
me.
I was a senior, I had already obviously knew I was going to Nebraska,
right.
so I started eating.
I had
trying
the
to get
same
bigger.
issue my senior
And
year.
it probably slowed me down in the hurdles.
Yeah.
It didn't slow me a lot,
Right.
but it slowed me enough that you were faster.
I'll never forget coming in. Freshmen got here early back then. And and then the first day that the varsity's back, Schuster walks up to me and he's like, I still can't believe you beat me. You kept me from going to state track. And I'm like, I did? Like,
Well, they didn't have a wild card.
Right. They didn't have any of that. You would have, yeah.
I think we were in a good district.
we were in a great. Well, state champion was in our
Yeah,
district.
so, I mean-
or yeah, Shannon Kepke won
Yeah.
it that year.
I mean, he
beat
good.
Frost, and but yeah, it was funny because I'll never forget that. That's how Brian Schuster introduced himself to me at Nebraska. Like you're the guy that kept me from state track. Like what?
Well, then we ate chicken sandwich.
Yeah, then we went and had chicken sandwich.
Was
But
it free?
No, not in Lincoln.
Not in Lincoln.
In Norfolk, it's always free. You come up to Norfolk, my brother will treat you guys.
You
to
still
the
have
BK.
that?
My brother does. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him. I want the
You tell him.
Schuster discount.
The Schuster Booster discount.
So if I go to Norfolk, I can
Yeah.
just say
Todd, yeah, I'm
Todd
Todd's
sent me.
brother.
Todd Euler sent me
Yeah.
for a free Whopper
Yeah.
and onion rings and
They'll call me.
and,
They'll call
two
me right away.
and two Whopper Junior
Yeah,
with cheeses
we'll
with
hook
no
you-
lettuce.
We'll hook you up.
All right, I'll drive I'll drive there just for that.
It's 2 hours.
That's okay. I'll
All right.
take me a nice Sunday drive.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I'll take Bock with me. We'll do game notes.
You got to be in the Hall of Fame though.
Oh, okay.
Free
Oh.
stuff.
Okay.
No, I don't get anything.
Schuster, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, we do have a chance to give away a Bar 48 gift card. So $25 to Bar 48. Bar 48, by the way, is located, is Lincoln's newest craft cocktail lounge, conveniently located on North 48th Street. Bar 48 offers everything from cocktails, beer, wine, and so much more. Follow Bar 48 on Facebook to stay up to date on their live music performances every Saturday night. Make plans to visit Bar 48 on North 48th Street in the heart of University Place neighborhood today. And we'll give you a chance to go in there with some money. Again, $25 on the line. What NFL team did Brian Schuster sign with coming out of Nebraska? Text in 402-464-5685. If you don't know, there's only so many teams. Text in a team for your chance to win $25 to Bar 48.
$25. Can I answer that?
No.
All right, Schuster, me and you had a conversation and it kind of threw me left, man. You say that you can't go to a game or I gotta
It's not
ask you
quite
about
that.
it, man.
So, in the night before the Colorado game last year, it was the '94 reunion night. I mean, it was an awesome night. So many coaches were back, but before the banquet, they had a tour of the new facility, and so I want to see the new facility. I hadn't seen it, so my wife and I went on the tour, and there were probably 20 or 30 guys with their spouses and kids or whatever, whoever was coming, and we did the tour. And at the end of the tour, we just happened to be walking by the football office, and Coach Rule walked out. I think he was going to work out or something. And so he stopped and he talked to the team for a while, and I was in the back. And at the end of the little speech, he was walking, I was walking, and we met. And I just asked him if he had a second, pulled him aside, and I just told him, I said, I don't know, you probably don't know who I am, but my son Matthew was here your first year, and I said, I don't like how you treated him. I don't think you treated him very well. I don't think EJ Barthel treated him very well. And, I hear everything you're saying in public. I said, I don't believe it because we experienced it. So, you're saying the right things, but your actions are different than what you're saying. And it really, that's all it was. I'd kind of forgot about it. And the next Monday, Jay Foreman calls me and he said, hey, Shu, really shouldn't have cornered Coach Rule like that. He was trying to do you a favor. I said, what are you talking about? I said, you're telling me that Matt Rule asked you to call me and tell me I was out of line for asking him why he treated my kid like
That's the
garbage?
father. Now,
Yes.
this goes far beyond now a former player. Now it goes into father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't mean to Coach Rule. I was, it was just me saying, I don't appreciate what you did, man to man. And I didn't think anything of it. And so, I told Jay I thought it was ridiculous, and I forgot about it. And then this year, before the Michigan game, we had a similar deal, and I wasn't going to go on the tour. And Matthew is dating a new gal, and she wanted to go on the tour. So I signed up at like noon on Thursday for the tour Friday, and Matthew and I are lifting weights at 6:30 on Thursday night before the Michigan game, and I got a call from Jay Foreman. I'm in the middle of trying to do my set, and I see Jay Foreman calls me. I said, "What's it, Jamal?" I think is what it actually says. I said, "Hey Jay, what's up?" He's like, "Man, shoot, I hate to do this. I don't want to call you. I think this is stupid, but Coach Rule don't want you to take the tour." I said, what are you talking about? He's like, well, he doesn't want you to take the tour. I said, are you telling me I can't take the tour? He's like, well, it's not that I'm telling you can. He doesn't want you to take it. And I sort of got pretty upset with Jay, and I was not happy at this point because it really wasn't a big deal. And the fact that Coach Rule remembered it a year later and went to the extent of having Jay call me or flag me that if I signed up for the tour, there was a problem, I thought was ridiculous. And so I let Jay have it to the point where Jay said, okay, shoot, don't do anything crazy. He said, let me talk to him. I'll call you tomorrow. And so, Matthew's sitting here listening to the whole thing, and he knows what happened when he was there and how he was treated. And everybody, Jay knew what I said to Coach Rule wasn't that bad. And Jay, I don't think, wanted to make the call. And so then, Friday comes and Jay calls me about 11. He's like, man, shoot, can you just not take the tour? I said, well, I don't even care about the tour, Jay, but now I want to go on the tour. Mm-hmm. And he said, they don't want you to go on the tour. He said, you're good for the game, you're good for the sideline, you're good for everything, but they, just don't take the tour. They don't want you to talk to Coach Rule again. And, Coach Rule must be really soft. It's a wonder he didn't play at Penn State. He must not have been very good, not very tough if you can't take that. Embarrassed.
Yeah, but it's football. I think bygones got to be bygones, and people have to move on. We're all here to support the University of Nebraska in a good way. We have a game coming up this weekend. Any thoughts on USC game?
Well, I wish I would just be a bystander. I've gotten the habit of betting on all these football games now, and I always bet for Nebraska to win and cover, and it doesn't always happen. So I should just watch. I obviously root for us every game. I want us to win. I want everybody to do well, and I don't have any ill will towards anybody. Shoot, I didn't think it was any big deal at all. And so, we just really are not as far along as I had thought we might be. I think that the money we're spending and the facilities we have and, allegedly the talent that we're bringing in, we should be more competitive than we are. And we've got a pretty good record, but we're not very good. We can't block or tackle. Other than that, we're pretty good.
I think it's just more they have more rules set up for football more than what we did. They can only allow so many practices, so many hit days. I think they probably only get 1 day a week to hit, don't they? Or they only hit 1 day a week.
Full contact, yeah.
Full contact or thud, whatever we.
They thud quite a bit.
Yeah. So I think it's more of the NCAA rules when we talk about this part of football. NIL, man. I mean, what do you think about transfer portal NIL in college football these days?
Well, I definitely want the kids to get paid. They're putting their bodies on the line and they deserve to get paid. Somebody smarter than me is going to have to figure out how to rein it in and how to bring the fun back to college football. I was at a Chiefs game Monday night and the fans were they were crazy. I couldn't grasp how somebody could be that fanatical about an NFL team. I've just never been emotionally attached to any NFL team. I'm emotionally attached to Nebraska. It's where I grew up. It's where I lived. It's where my family's mostly from, and that's who we represent. So it's in me, and I just don't feel like it's in a lot of these kids now. And NIL, maybe that's part of it. I don't like that you can just come and go 3 times a year. I don't know how that works. I don't
Well, it's
know.
only one time now. They only
changed
got
it to
one time. I think it's January.
Yeah, it's the
January window period that they can do it now. So it's only one now. With all the coaches' buyouts, man, and I talked about this with Bock, man, and we talk about coaches' buyout, and when we talk about the buyouts, they are so high now. You even see James Franklin getting $54 million. Who else, Bock?
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly
yeah.
getting a lot of money, and that's what I kind of come to the point that coaches should only be allowed to sign 3-year deals at a time to lower the cost of money that we have to give them. Scott Frost ran out of here with $21 million, $27 million, and he could have coached one more game, and it could have been lower than that. And I think Trev did him a favor by getting rid of him early, and especially the part of college football when we want to build $40-50 million rosters that some of that money should come from the head coaches that sign lower guaranteed contracts to help out college football.
Well, it's especially interesting now. Obviously, there's talk about Matt Rule getting an extension, and and Steve Sipple was pointing this out earlier. As of right now, and we just saw Kurt Signetti, the number 2 team in the nation, the guy that's putting more pressure on anybody in college football because how he's done at Indiana. He just signed a new contract, and he's still not going to get paid as much as Matt Rule in 2 years. And now you're talking about an extension. So there's like a certain point where it's like, yes, usually when a coach another program is looking at your coach, that's the move. But I mean, at what point are you overdoing it? And that's to Terrell's point of maybe smaller contracts for the coaches, but it's that thing we always talk about, the toothpaste already out of the tube, and it's been that way for a long time for coaches. That's before you could do NIL. That's where you kind of poured your money, where your resources are at.
Well, college football generates a lot of money. Somebody's got to keep that money, and for so long the university kept it all, and the Supreme Court said that wasn't right. And so players started getting a piece, and I don't know what the right dollar amount is for some of these coaches. I wouldn't want to live in the microscope that some of these guys have to live in. I wouldn't want to be criticized by somebody that played 30 years ago for something I said or did. I get criticized enough as it is, but they put up with a lot. I travel a fair amount for work. Traveling, it to me is exhausting, and they're sales guys trying to sell the university and their program, and sales folks, other than business owners, generally make the most money. And is it fair that sometimes they struggle? I don't know. I think you can look at Scott Frost, and he's maybe a couple wins away from doing well early, and then things might have been different. We're getting lucky today. We could have lost 2, 3, or 3 or 4 of the last games in a row, and we've gotten just good enough. The luck's kind of going our way. Scott could never get over that hump, but somebody's got to get the money. And if we're upset that the players are getting too much, and we're upset that the coaches are getting too much, are we really just saying we think more should go to the university? Because they're not making our tickets cheaper, which is what they should do.
Right.
Maybe you don't make it $150 for row 77. I have a really good job. I'm not sure I can afford to take 4 people to a game. Park, eat, $150 a ticket. You're $1,000 in by the time you leave. That's they've priced out the average fan, and maybe that's what we need to do. You know, maybe everybody still makes a lot, but that's not going to happen. That's just not the world.
All right, Nebraska versus USC this Saturday. It's going to be a good game. I can't wait to blackout. Blackout. We're going to talk about that when we come back. Uniforms or blackouts. I love it.
I hate it.
That's just because we didn't have alternate uniforms.
I'm impartial.
You impartial? I kind of like it. I'm jealous because I always wanted to wear a black jersey. I wore it at practice, but didn't get to wear it in the game. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock and the Blackshirt will be right back.
The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown's Shoe Fit. Now through October 31st, take $15 off any regularly priced fall shoes and boots. Brands like Keen, Oboz, Echo, Taos, and Atrex all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale you've all been waiting for, so get down to Brown's Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
There's always a new experience to be had at Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City. From events, adventures, wine tastings, or the Discovery Ride, you can never get tired of seeing what the property has to offer. Make a weekend out of it by staying at the Lead Lodge and enhance your stay with their special packages that include luxurious treatment. Learn more or book your adventure today online at arbordayfarm.org.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's.
Herbstreit's in the drive-thru again. Oh, hey, Kirk. What can I get you today?
I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers that are real difference makers. Sprinkle cut fries with dynamic ridge patterns, Texas toast, and cane sauce with an air of smugness that comes from knowing you're the best. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup. One love.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right. Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. All right, Saturday games coming up. Blackout. First time in Nebraska, and we have a red out before, didn't we?
I mean, we've tried these blackouts before, so it's not necessarily the first time, but it's
Do you think it works more now that is more advertised than ever?
Yeah.
And then we're hanging black flags up at the stadium. I have my black jacket ready. I'm going to get me a black skull cap.
So the game notes are all in black. They have leaned into it, which I think is a good idea if you're going to do it.
You need to get me a skull cap so we can.
You guys get
together.
media passes?
No, I'm using my sideline pass.
I don't know if I can get a sideline pass anymore.
I know
when you're there, ask if I can get a sideline pass.
Eula gets tickets all the time. He never asked me to go with him, but this is going to be a packed game right here. I think we were probably. What is the population of the stadium that can hold, Bob?
I think it's around 80, just under 85 now. Let me double check. 85,000.
Isn't it up over 90?
Somehow they advertise we've got 90 there.
It used to be. Then they've taken that down. Let me see where it's at now. It's 85. So capacity right now 85,458.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what happens. This is hey, I think when we talk about anything better than the Big Ten now is for all the 6-2 teams is that if you lose, you're out.
Right. So this is a must win.
Yeah, this is a must win situation for us. I think if we want to have that small percent chance of making the college football players, because you still have to go through an Iowa team that's playing pretty darn good football right now. You still got a UCLA team that's probably didn't play well last week against Indiana, but that's Indiana.
Indiana's pretty
good. I think they beat the brakes off anybody they play.
I'm glad
you still have a
we
Michigan.
don't play any of the top 3 teams.
You still have Michigan that's in it. Probably have to beat Ohio State again, which they probably had that number the last couple of years. You still have a Washington team that's very strong, but they play Oregon, and Oregon still has to go to Iowa. So these are some good games that's coming at the end of college football season, as we know, coming to the end of the season when we have rivalry week on Good Friday. I think Nebraska has a shot, and I'm not going to shoot them down out the air, but I think if you can go, you have to go undefeated if you want to go to the playoffs.
Yes.
But, you know, bowl-wise and season predictions, here's the part where I think we come close to that 8-4, that 9-3 mark that I said. I probably would shoot for 8-4. That's still a good season with a very young
team.
Very young team.
Youngest team in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and I think and especially when you look at the schedule for next year, it gets harder.
Yeah, it gets
I mean, you look at Oregon, you look at Washington, you look at Ohio State, you're looking at Indiana again, you're looking at a Illinois team. I mean, you look at an Iowa team. I mean, you're looking at a pretty darn hard schedule. I mean, very, very, very different from the one we have this year. But if these guys can capitalize and go undefeated in November, which would be a shock to me, but I wish they could.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's college. They can. I mean, I'm hoping they can, but it's college football. You have to. I mean, you think for the best, but sometimes what the worst can be. I mean, especially when you look ahead of your schedule and you try to rush a Iowa game out of a Penn State game. You still have to watch out for Penn State. Very dangerous team. I mean, you still have to watch out for them, coach or not. That's there. They're still going to go out there and play their hardest. I mean, that school probably don't want to lose, and that's how it goes in college football.
So we got 2 home games left, right? We got Saturday night, and then we've got the Iowa game. If we can just go undefeated at home, I'll be happy, right? For the next, I do think we can probably beat UCLA on the road, but I'm happy. Just let's, I've said this the whole season. Let's win at home and establish that you don't want to come to Nebraska and play Nebraska at Memorial Stadium. And so I would be pretty thrilled with that if we can get.
Is Nebraska Iowa a road game?
No, it's home.
It's home, yeah.
Okay. I think I want to try to go to that one. Is
Oh,
it
that'd be a good
if
one,
it's not too cold? I'm not a cold weather
That's
person.
that's the Window World giveaway. I did the ultimate game day experience. You got to come with me.
Yeah, get the Hall of Fame experience.
Well, I don't have any more sideline passes.
Well, neither.
How do you get a sideline pass? Let's get back to the sideline.
You gotta put him in at the beginning of the year.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
You don't get the emails?
Yeah, but I don't read them.
So you just got to put it in. So
I'd honestly rather watch them on the TV.
Yeah.
That's what
Or come downtown.
I watched I like watching them on TV, especially the games I'm not really interested in. Like I'll say Northwestern. I didn't know that was going to be a game like that. I thought that really should have been a blowout victory right there. But with all the mojo I get for picking against Nebraska,
Love it. We've got a deal now. You got to pick against them.
Well, obviously I'm going to pick UCLA. I mean USC because I just think they're a better team. I mean,
And he likes to sing the Trojan man.
Yeah, I'm a Trojan man.
I'll tell you
So
my
I
experience.
like that part of it.
I was at the Northwestern game and sitting in parent seating, and this is where I hate the L call. The guy behind us was so drunk. He screamed the whole game. I don't think the guy had a vocal cord left, but run the ball, the whole game. And this is like why I was, granted, he could have came in that drunk maybe, but I was like, really? And he wasn't there are some seats that are season ticket holders in section 7, So, all the people around us, that's got it, that's probably a parent, and I turn around like, that's not a parent of anybody.
Yeah, I remember sitting in the parent seating and always
something.
It was hard. You'd see a guy mess up, and I just bit my tongue.
Right.
I don't know.
But yeah, so that's the only thing I don't like about the being at the stadium is and I get it. They're spending their money. They get to express how they feel. But when you're belligerently drunk, screaming the whole game in the parent section, just watch the game.
What they say, Todd Euler, I love you.
Run the ball.
Well, we're certainly going to need to play better than we have played.
Absolutely.
I have seen nothing to lead me to believe that
we
will. Now, I hope we do.
I hope we do.
I just don't. I don't.
Oh, y'all got to stop being Debbie Downers. Let's go. Let's go, black shirts.
Big
Well,
blackout.
I'm going to take the plus money.
What's the point spread? 0.6? Is it 6?
It was 6.5 last I checked, but I don't know.
I probably slide it to 7.5. We should be able to keep it within the touchdown.
We did with Michigan. I don't know, but we didn't with Minnesota. Like it's just, and then you watch Minnesota just get obliterated by.
Can we
Iowa.
get some sunshine before Saturday? I know it's getting bad. This late part in November.
Perfect. Bring those California boys into some cold weather.
This is the part of Nebraska I hate, the weather part. You know, just the cold weather, almost 75
The pads
degrees.
crack harder. You hear the hits better.
Or whatever.
Is there any warm destinations that want you on the radio?
93.7 The Ticket. It's Bock in the Blackshirt Window World Wednesday. Guest Todd Euler and Brian Schuster in the house. We will catch you tomorrow when me and Bock will do our Smoking Guns Thursday jerky test.
Yeah.
93.7 The Ticket. We out.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group